For you here, as it'll be the Jets of Brooklyn taking on the Denver Broncos.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Okay, right?
Throwing to start the drive. McBride. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now thrown incomplete.
This defense for the Broncos very strong in that victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. Third down here.
We can look at this Bronco defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, McBride.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Campbell.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. McBride.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McBride. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You look at this Bronco defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. Looking to throw. McBride eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Back to throw. McBride. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy for that one.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Well, they're making a real 1st quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Shifts past him at the 45.
60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Broncos at 7-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Willis.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Willis.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hall want to give up the middle.
Shifts by him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Jets nothing.
Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break. 43 rail.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McBride. And it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McBride. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone. There's a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. McBride. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Willis headed left off the option. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Willis.
off and marked too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now Willis to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come on, 38. Yellow. Opposite. Green. Striker. 3-3.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
Back to throw. McBride escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This will be caught once again by Brown. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McBride. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Guys, you got this. Let's win. Yeah, point, fella.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
18 Rattler. Panther 11.
Back to throw, Willis. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. Nice little juke. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Hardman on the return.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down. Jalen Waddle. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. There's Jeudy. What a grab that was. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Willis looking to throw it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
On 1st down, Willis. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away.
Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, here's Willis.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Willis looking to throw it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Willis looks to pass it here.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Broncos get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Give running right is Hall.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Now Willis to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, it's Willis.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
That's good. For our Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Again, they run with Campbell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
The 20. 5. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Malik Willis, 43 yards. And the Broncos start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, McBride. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Fight, 97.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Tag. Cougar 19. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Play action. Here's Willis. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here's Willis.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Willis.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Okay, break.
They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Broncos add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the gun on 3rd down, McBride. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They got his man, complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. Dances by him.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Here we go.
2nd down and a yard. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
3rd and 2. And now an audible here into something else. A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something we're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Hall again.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
First down, Jets.
Here we go, back.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Ready. C.E.O. blue.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.